ó milẹ̀ tìtì. Fresh Radio Ìbàdàn. Ó milẹ̀ tìtì. Fresh Radio Ìbàdàn. Ó milẹ̀ tìtì. Fresh Radio Ìbàdàn. Ó milẹ̀ tìtì.
All right, thank you so much again for being there. This is another edition of the program you've been waiting for. You know it the moment you begin to hear that sound and begin to enjoy that sound. You know the program that is right there online, on air, for your information, for your entertainment, and to help you in the different area that has to do with economics and finance. Success Radio is the station, is the platform where you are connected live. Eco Pointer is the program coming to you live this morning, Thursday, 30th of November 2023. And right here assisting me, working together, that we're working together for you to be able to connect us, is Omoshalewa. That is my studio manager right away. And my name, as you know, Kolawole Kayode. We don't have any other business that we do on this program. What we do here, you know it, and for the benefit of as many who have not been part of it before, if you are connecting to us for the first time, what we do on this program is to update you with economic information, financial information, and business information. And not just for the sake of hearing it, the purpose of bringing this information is to help you in the area of business, in the area of your finance, in the area of your career, whatever has to do with economics. The information is to assist you and to update you and to help you in your budgeting, in your planning. You know, life is about planning. While you are planning, all this information is to assist you. That is why you should not enjoy it alone. Inform your friends, inform your partners, inform people around you. Let them also be part of it, because by they being part of it, it will improve economic activities around us, and you too will benefit from that. And 3 things we like you to do. 3 things. And what are the 3 things? Help us to like the page, on your Facebook where you are listening to us. Help us to like it. 2. The second one is help us to share it. And the third one is send your own comment. And I also want to add a fourth one this morning. You can call in to be part of this program this morning and say your own comment and share it. You can ask questions and all of us will discuss. You can also say your views. All right, truckload of information that we have brought this morning. What concerns us in the newspapers is the economic aspect, the business aspect, and the financial aspect of the news. And that is what we have brought here. Success Radio is the platform. Eco Pointer is the program. Kolawole Kayode is the anchor. This information is from the Business Day online newspaper that says President Bola Ahmed Tinubu presented 2024 budget on the 29th. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu present 2024 budget to the National Assembly. Another information here is from Ogun State. It's talking about finance also. Robbers kill Ogun finance director in bullion van ambush. May God save us. And this one is from Oyo State. It's saying Governor Oluwaseyi Makinde present 2024 budget of Oyo State to the House of Assembly. Which date? You will get to know. And this one is from Lagos State. It's saying Lagos State government to release 20,000 bags of Eco rice and peg the price. They have fixed the price as they release the rice. All right, we give you the details of the information that we have this morning. And what are the details of the information that we have? The first information that we gave you, that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu present the 2024 budget to the National Assembly in Nigeria. This is just about 6 months into the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And this will be the first budget to be presented by the new president. The current budget that we use in Nigeria for 2023 was presented by the immediate past president of Nigeria. That was the former president, Muhammadu Buhari. This is 6 months after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came to power as the executive president of Nigeria, and it is the first annual budget to be presented by him. The total budget is stated as 27.5 trillion naira. That is the total amount to be spent in 2024 by the federal government. This amount is 26.1% higher than the 2023 budget that we are still running. And if you are going to recall, it is to be recalled that the amount should not have been up to that, but for two reasons. During the review in the preparation of the budget, two things came up and they were considered in the budget, and due to these two issues, the value of the budget in monetary terms, that is in naira terms, was increased by 1.5 trillion naira, which means originally the way the federal government had prepared it, the budget should have been 26 trillion naira, but after the review of some of the things that were considered, the value increased by 1.5 trillion naira. That is why today we are having a budget of 27.5 trillion naira. What were the two issues considered that made the budget to shoot up by 1.5 trillion naira? The two issues are there. Number one is the oil benchmark, the price of crude oil that will be stated in the budget. That is the practice in Nigeria. Whenever budget is to be presented, the government will state that they are proposing that crude oil per barrel for the year where the budget is to be executed, they're expecting that crude oil per barrel will be a particular amount. Also, exchange rate of naira to dollar will also be a particular amount. These are the two issues that were considered that made the value of the budget in naira terms to go up. Originally, the federal government had fixed the price of crude oil to be $73.9 per barrel. $73.9 per barrel. That is, the government is proposing, looking forward, that in 2024 the price of crude oil per barrel will be $73.9 per barrel. But after review, considering some of the issues that happen internationally, like the war in Ukraine, the issues that are happening in Sudan, and many other issues around the world, you see all these issues are affecting the price of crude oil. The concern is there is tendency, or is there tendency for Iran to get involved in the Israel-Palestinian or Hamas war. All of these are affecting the price of crude oil. So putting this data together, the government eventually shot up the price of crude oil in their proposal by $4, which means the current price stated in the budget is now $77.96 per barrel. Plus or minus, eventually it may be, most times the price of dollar is usually, the price of crude oil is usually more than what is stated in the budget most times, because if it is less, it means the budget is in trouble and the entire economy of Nigeria is in trouble. So the figure that is picked is usually a little less than the actual, because the government is also looking forward to, in case there is a kind of up or down unexpected situation, so that whatever the case may be, the government will still have the revenue that they want to get. In line with this also, the government is also looking forward to about 1.8 barrel per day crude oil production in Nigeria. That is for the year 2024. So that is the area where it concerns the crude oil. As we all know, that Nigeria is a mono economy where most of the revenue we get is from crude oil. So whatever goes wrong with crude oil goes wrong with Nigeria. If crude oil do well, Nigeria is expected to do well. If crude oil do badly, the meaning is that Nigeria is doing badly. So whatever goes wrong with crude oil goes wrong with Nigeria. We are still analyzing the 2024 budget, and you can call in to be part of this program this morning. You can share your view, you can ask questions. The number we can call is 090, that's the studio line, 090-442-51967. 090-442-51967. And the second number we can call to be part of the program this morning is 090-501-96520. I call that number again, 090-501-96520. Still speaking on the budget, and we are still analyzing the budget and looking forward to what is going to happen in next year 2024. Hey, we are talking about business, economics and finance. Don't say 2024 is far. It is roughly just 1 month from now. The second issue that calls upward review of the 2024 budget in value is the issue of foreign exchange. Foreign exchange is talking about how much naira we exchange for $1. How much naira we exchange for $1. May God help us. There was a time in this country where or when a dollar is not up to 1 naira. $1 is not up to 1 naira. And I remember here in Yoruba land, our parents, when we were young, when they do counting of money, yes, that time they will say pon kan. Those mama will say pon kan. They will say it in Yoruba. They will say pon kan, pon meji. What they mean by pon kan, by their calculation, is 2 naira. What they mean by pon meji is 5 naira. So by the calculation that time, £1 is £1 sterling, that's the UK currency, was 2 naira that time. And that was what they were using to do local calculation. But what do we have today? Do we still have a pound at 2 naira? Hey, that was far many years ago in the 70s and in the 60s. The story has changed today. And in the 2024 budget, the benchmark the value stated for exchange rate was 700 naira per dollar. That was the initial amount stated for a dollar, 700 naira for a dollar. But after consideration that Nigeria is not a producing country, many of the things that we use, we import them. And it is not likely that Nigeria will produce more in coming year. That if the value of naira to dollar, if naira is so strong to a dollar, Nigerians will import more. I'm just doing economic analysis of why they renew or they review the exchange rate, because the exchange rate had been initially, the federal government pegged it as 700 naira to a dollar, but they look at it that a stronger naira will not help us. Let's bring naira down a little more. And what were the possible economic consideration? That's why I'm making this analysis, that Nigeria is not a producing country, and there is no likelihood that by 2024 Nigeria will produce more than what we have been doing already. And the more the value of dollar to naira comes down, instead of patronizing made in Nigerian products, Nigerians themselves will patronize the imported products. Not only that, even the leaders, the executive, the president, the governors, the lawmaker, the senators, the House of Rep members, the House of Assembly members, the chairman, local government, the ministers, the commissioner, the senior assistant, the special assistant, the special advisors, the local government chairman, the councillors, even the leaders will also prefer imported products. So based on many of these factors, the value of naira to dollar was naira was reduced, devalued. And if naira is devalued against the dollar, the meaning is that you will need more naira to exchange for $1. So the value was reviewed further. So eventually and finally, it was pegged at 750 naira to a dollar. That is what is in the budget of 2024. And this I want to say, looking forward, the interpretation which I see is that in 2024 we are very much likely to buy dollar at a rate more than 1,000. In 2024, the value of dollar will always be higher than 1,000. You know that the official rate, you don't always find it. Yes, it's always in the book, but not on the streets. It's always stated officially, but not in practice in the economy. So for 2024, Nigerians that need to buy dollar for importation will really buy it at values more than 1,000 naira. So if Nigerians are looking forward to a value of dollar that will be less than 1,000, it is less likely. Yes, it is less likely. What is more likely to happen is that the value of dollar, the price of dollar coming 2024 will be 1,000 naira and above. Like we say, you can call us to be part of the program. You can ask questions. You can say your views. You can share your opinion. And the number to call the studio line is 090-442-51967. And 090-501-96520. All right, we are still on the budget. In the budget, the expected revenue, how much money the government, federal government is expected to bring in. The expected revenue is 18.3 trillion naira. Remember, how much the government want to spend is proposed to be 27.5. Now the government is looking forward to revenue of 18.3 trillion naira. That is if the government is able to rake in 18.3 trillion naira, which from experience has not been happening like that. Most times when government say they will get a revenue of 10 naira, at the end of the year they accounted for is usually less than 10 naira, maybe sometimes 6 naira, sometimes 7, sometimes 8, where they do very, very well. Sometimes it may even go as low as 50% of the proposed revenue. And the reason for this reduction, a far cry from what is proposed, many times is because the loopholes in government is too much. A lot of money come into government purse, but most of those money go into private pockets. For example, the police will say they are not revenue collecting agency. That is what police is going to tell Nigerians, that they are not revenue collecting agency, they are law enforcement agents. And when you get to a police station, they will say bail is free. They put it there, but how many since January 2023, how many people have been arrested and bailed at the police station for free? Most people, they pay in thousands, in tens of thousands, sometimes in hundreds of thousands to get bail from the police. All this money runs into billions and trillions of naira, but I'm not sure any of them enter into government purse. My question is, does the Nigerian police account for all this money they get? Most of this money goes into the private pockets of the individual police, the pocket of the DPO in charge, the whatever officers and the high ranking ones, whatever it is like that. But if all this money goes into government purse, the proposed revenue of government will even be more than what is stated, but because the loopholes are too much, the tax officers, yes, part of the money paid by clients goes into the private purse and part into government purse. This is why government revenue are always less than what they propose to get. And we are using this platform to challenge the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that he needs to work harder. He has to step on toes. He has to do things differently if that vision of renewed hope will be realized. And the title, the name that was given to the 2024 budget is called Budget of Renewed Hope. Will he renew hope? Well, let's all wait and see. So if the revenue is expected to be 18.3 trillion naira, it means there will be a deficit of 9.2 trillion naira. How will the government be able to source for this deficit? Where will the government get money? The available option is to borrow from outside or to borrow locally. And recently, the coordinating minister for the economy and the minister of finance, Mr. Wale Edun, he said that they are looking forward. I think he's the coordinating minister, that they are looking forward to a station where the government can work on without borrowing money. I think it's the CBN governor that says that. One of the government officials says they are looking forward to a station where the government will not need to borrow to finance its budget. Well, with 9.2 trillion naira deficit, where would the federal government of Nigeria, get the money if not by borrowing? And that is even if the expected revenue is actualized. That 8.2 trillion is, 8.3 trillion is they're able to get it. Yes. If not, they will need to borrow more than 9.2 trillion naira. All right, we know budget is important to us. It helps businesses to know what direction they are going to go, to know what plans they are going to make. Until budget is presented, companies, organizations, corporations, they don't know what to do. But when budget is presented, all their own plans too will be based on the budget that is presented. All right, we go to another point, another information for you on the news today on the program Eco Pointer. This one is saying robbers kill Ogun finance director in bullion van ambush. Hey. the director of finance attached to the office of the state Ogun State governor by name Mr. Taiwo Oyekanmi was killed at Okemosan, Abeokuta, and he was gunned down while returning from the bank where he had gone to withdraw some cash for the government. He had went to the bank in bullion van to get cash for government, and returning back to the government office, the gunmen who are laid in ambush, hey, they got him down. You see, this is a lot of business people. We need to learn a lot from here. Business person, shops, supermarkets, hospitals, schools, people that deal with, bulk cash. You deal with hundreds of thousand naira. You have to, be very careful how you handle it. It is not in the presence of your customers that you should be calling bank and say, we are bringing money to your office now. We'll bring the money now. So please don't close. We are coming. The meaning is that you are selling yourself out. What happened in Ogun State, and the man has to be killed because of the cash. One of the issues is that information has leaked out. Some people has got to know that they are going to bank to collect cash. So how you handle your cash in your office should not be so exposed to people who are not concerned. Yes, customers or other people around you should not know where you go to bank, should not know where you are coming from bank. It should not be on the road that you be calling and saying, Monty bank body Mosai lo gbowo ni. I'm sorry. I'm looking for the right word to use. It's like a kind of financial foolishness. Yes, announcing on the road on your phone, and everybody could hear you and say, I'm coming from bank, I'm going to bank, I want to go and get some money. I'm sorry, it's financial foolishness. It does not follow wisdom at all, because you never can tell who is following you, who is monitoring you, who is trailing you around. Another issue here is that as much as possible, we should be, operate cashless. Yes, it's better. As much as possible, we should operate cashless. The moment you are transacting business up to 50,000 naira, 100,000 naira, 200,000, 500,000, a million naira, I'm sorry, you should transact online. Send it, let the person have it. The person that also want to pay you should also transfer to you. Is better and is safer. Because part of the question here where we take up the Ogun State government is that why bringing direct cash to the office? If they want to pay contractor, why not by transfer? Yes, why can't they do e-finance of the activities? If they want to pay contractor, why not by transfer? If you are paying salary, why not by transfer? Want to pay some workers, why not by transfer? If they are buying materials, why not by transfer? If they are paying interest, yes, all of that should be transacted, yes, by transfer through online. And that will not need the bloodshed and the death of somebody, because some people are trailing them. Yes, they want to collect the cash from them. And some people still have excuse that they don't have a bank account. Hey, I'm sorry, we should not keep saying that again. If you don't have, go and open bank account. There are also, online banks. If that is what you want, use your phone number to open one. You can imagine some people are traveling from here to Onitsha to go and buy product, and they carry a raw cash of 1 million naira, 2 million. Yes, from here in Ibadan to Onitsha. Some are traveling from here to Kaduna to Kano to buy things. Some are traveling from here to Lagos to buy things, and they are going with raw cash, 1 million, 2 million. Whoever you are buying things from, yes, and you will pay 100,000, 150,000. I'm sorry, transfer to them now. That transfer is safer, and nobody, you say, the moment those who are trailing you, the moment they know that there is no cash on you, at least the risk become less. The moment they know that there is no money on you, the risk is less. All right, this next information is talking about the Oyo State government. It has been said that the governor of Oyo State, Engineer Oluwaseyi Makinde, His Excellency, is going to present the 2024 budget to the Oyo State House of Assembly, 32-member Oyo State House of Assembly, on the 5th of December, December 5. That will be next week. Particularly, that will be next week, Tuesday. And it will be joined by a lot of government functionaries, commissioners, deputy governors, chief of staff, secretary to the state government, and many more. I have a point on this. I said I am still looking forward to the state government in Nigeria whose budget will hit 1 trillion naira. Remember, the budget of the FG, federal government, is 27 trillion naira. Now we are looking forward to states whose budget will also hit trillions of naira. And the few ones that we are looking forward to who are likely to hit trillions of naira, they are Lagos State, Rivers State, yes, the Kaduna State, and we pick Oyo State. But will 2024 budget of Oyo State hit 1 trillion naira? Wait, and by that next week, we'll get the figure and we'll get the details. All right, the next information is still talking about Lagos State, and the information is talking about the issue of rice. This information is saying Lagos released 20,000 bags of Eko rice. 20,000 bags of Eko rice is in the plan to be released into the market, particularly for this Yuletide, Christmas, New Year season, as the festive season approaches. This is from the farm of Lagos State around Ikorodu there, where they grow rice in large quantity, and the information says they've also released about 20,000 bags before, and they want to release another one now, Eko rice. And information is telling us that this figure is just about 10% of how much of rice is needed by the thickly populated people in Lagos State. Population of Lagos is estimated to be around 25 million people. 25 million people. That figure is far more than the population of many countries in Africa. And the state government had pegged the price of the rice to 43,000 naira for the 50 kg bag, and 22,000 naira for the 25 kg bag. Now my issue is this. You see, business people, the price of a rice in town is around 50,000. Now, if government sell it in bulk, the Lagos State government sell it in bulk to buyers, many buyers are ready to buy, in fact, up to 10,000 bags. Yes, business people buy it at 43,000 and they sell it at maybe 49, 50 to people. So if the government is going to help Nigerians, what the government could do is sell, in single bag. I'm not sure there is a family. I'm not sure there is any family. Anyway, we should not overstate. I'm only saying I'm not sure there is a family who will eat up a whole bag of rice of 30 modules, who will eat it in 1 week. That's if a family is going to eat a bag of rice in 1 week, without me, they'll be cooking around 5 Congo per day. So if the government want to spread it, and if they are selling 20,000 bags out, let it reach 20,000 household, and how no family buys more than 1 bag, and they sell it like that. The moment Lagos State government buy or sell 10 bags to a person, the entire 20,000 will eventually land in the hand of business people, and they will make money from that. But as the government has stated that the reason they are bringing out this rice into the market is to help in the Christmas, New Year season. And if indeed they want to help, they should sell it 1 bag for a family. That's what we are saying on this platform, so that it will be able to spread. More household will feel the impact of that rice. If not, it will land in the hand of private persons, and eventually they will sell it at plus or minus 50,000 naira. All right, on this note, this morning we shall be running off on the program Eco Pointer this morning. Success Radio is the platform. Kolawole Kayode is the anchor. Omo Shalewa is my studio producer. For you to get in touch with me for more information, for question, for comment, for advert, you can call my line 07053706276. That number is for call, text, or WhatsApp. I call the number again. 07053706276. We sincerely do appreciate you for being there. Thank you so much, and we implore you to keep working and keep prospering. See you by next week, Thursday.